tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First play, first pass for Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Now Brady. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They will run for the first time here with White. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 10. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up on Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Brady gives this to White. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd-and-2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Smith catches left side. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Brady now on 1st down. There's Evans again, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Brady going to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Touchdown! Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs get a bit closer.
Now, in this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Brady will look to throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will not make it to the goal line. He'll come up short, and they'll be unable to get this back within 1 score as it stays a 9-point game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Okay, ready. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 24, Hurts.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
That's to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the Bucs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here we go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Brady. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 54 yards. And the Bucs are back within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
The Sanders has got it complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Left side here to Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down in the end zone.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out right around the 39. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Throwing now is Brady. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Brady. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This from 36 yards out. Succop's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say that 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. A gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chain.
So close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.